was it? Talk about my fucking commute here. We talk about how much the Hamptons suck now.
The Hamptons has sucked for a long time. It sucked for a long time.
I was with Henry. We were
Yeah.
walking around Main Street, right?
We're in SAG?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4th of July weekend.
Oh, I forgot it was 4th of July last week.
Every fucking buddy is either 22 or 65. There's nothing in between. Literally nothing in between.
So 38-year-olds?
No, it's me.
You. Yeah, the Hamptons has always been like that, though, right? To an extent, it has.
I guess all the people our age are living respectable lives and like home with their young children. There's just the dumpster people like me out.
Walking around bitching how there's no good bars anymore.
And the only good one I'm not allowed to go to.
And that's not even a good. That one's a shell of what it used to be.
Oh, it's horrible now.
Horrible. Yeah, the Hamptons is. I get the hype. Like if you're not from there and you don't really know it,
If you got like real money, it's great.
Yeah. Well, that was like when a friend John and he was running that hotel out there and he rented the sick house because it's either $3,500 for a studio in the Hamptons or it's like $7,000 a month for a mini mansion. So he got the mini mansion, and I went out a few times and hung out at his house, and it was big stupid house in Springs with a great pool, right? And we didn't leave that area, and I'm like, yeah, this is it.
What it is. This is what it's about.
This is what it is.
Right?
Like, you don't go to the beach like a peasant. You sit in your nice backyard in your sick fucking pool.
Yeah.
And then, like, what? You got my brother comes over, cooks you a fucking Michelin-starred meal. Throw the chef $2,000 to cook you and your friend's dinner. You don't leave your little compound. Like, if you have money.
And then you'll go out one night, right?
Yeah, and you go out one night.
Party one night, and then
get a car.
Bring everything back.
Yeah, it takes you to Talk House. You go out to Montauk. But, like, I don't see the appeal for like young people who are just, I don't know, like where do you, I don't know. Nobody's out there that really just doesn't have money.
They don't got money like that.
No, well, but
I would say most of the people you see
like entry level hedge funders who make a few $100,000 a year. There's a lot of that out there.
They're not
though.
out there for the summer. They're out there for choice weekends in the summer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or they're like in a 10-person share house.
Yeah, or they like rent something for the summer with a bunch of other people.
Yeah. Then they do Friday, Saturday, city the rest of the week.
Yeah, but the real sick money, like it probably is the dopest place to spend your summers. If you have like crazy loot out there.
I don't know. I think I'd rather
like where
Mykonos or like
in the sun. Too fucking hot, bro.
Amalfi Coast.
Too hot.
Ibiza.
Too hot.
I don't know.
Too
about
hot.
that.
You'd want to? Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking hot right now. I'm going to Spain this week. It's gonna be hot as shit. It's like in the 90s.
Well, let's not talk about how great your life is.
My life isn't that great. My life's an absolute dumpster fire right now, dude. I have no right going to Spain for for a week. I don't even like know who I am.
Yeah.
What am I doing? Whatever. I'll be at a bullfight Thursday night. Should be cool. Spain's in the Euro. They're in the semifinals right now. They play France today, and if they win, I think the next match is like the 14th.
Yeah, but where are those games being played?
Not in Madrid. Probably
not in Spain, I don't think.
I don't know where they're played.
The Euro Cup is usually held in like one city.
It's one city.
Well, like for the next rounds.
Yeah,
like
but
the quarterfinals, semifinal, like that.
Yeah. But regardless, if Spain beats France, which
people are going nuts,
it'll be cool to be in Spain when they're playing in the next round, which is we're going to be there. I think.
Now, when is the run with the Bulls thing?
I have no idea.
Is that in Madrid?
I have no idea. I don't really know anything about Spain except they were like one of the most powerful countries in the world at one point.
Hey, travel agent, you do me a favor and print out fun facts about Spain.
Fun fact. I'm going to learn. I like all the history and stuff. We're going to go to a few museums, eat some food, get cultural.
Nice.
Go to a Metallica concert.
Nice.
A bunch of white trash in Spain.
Nice.
Think Spain has white trash?
Do you think they sing in English?
Yeah.
Do you think the people in the crowd sing in English?
Absolutely, bro. I think most people probably speak English in Spain.
What does a broken English Spanish accent Metallica song sound like?
I master the puppets, I put in your strings. I don't know. Yeah. It'll probably be a bunch
Someone just singing Enter Sandman in Spanish. Probably sounds great.
Probably fucking better than the original version. It's probably not all people from Spain because, like, if you're in...
I can see Lars Ulrich being fluent in multiple languages.
Gay. Gay.
It's like I have to know how to sue everybody in piracy court in every country.
It's like yelling at the crowd in Indonesian. It's probably people from everywhere because you like if you live in like Germany, you can fly to fucking Madrid for like $45.
Well,
it's like an hour and a half. It's like flying to Philly.
Here's the truth. Most other countries are smarter than us, and they are fluent in English.
Oh yeah, no,
Even the countries where they pretend they don't speak English, they speak English. They understand you perfectly. They just don't want to talk to you.
They speak English,
like in France.
Yeah, they speak English.
When they talk to you like you're an asshole, and they don't want to even acknowledge you because they're dickheads.
Everybody speaks English.
That country's destroyed. You see, they just rigged the election.
Did they? They rigged their elections too.
Yeah, the left they lost last week in the first.
Yeah,
and then somehow won by like staggering numbers, and it's not even possible. Stolen.
They'll just while out in that country. France, they're all about revolutions.
They had their election result parade, whatever.
Yeah.
No French flags, all Palestinian flags.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, it's all Muslims there now.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. Like there's areas in France that like the police don't even go into.
Yep.
It's bad. I wouldn't want to go to France. But there's other police.
I went when I was younger, and it wasn't nice.
I take that back. I'd like to go to France. I don't want to go to Paris.
I went to Paris when I was younger. It was not nice.
Yeah, and I told everybody I know
like,
that's...
Eiffel Tower.
Everybody
stay out of everywhere else.
Yeah, it's kind of like a shithole. Yeah. But like the areas...
Probably worse now.
It's probably way worse now. Are you kidding me? Way worse now. I remember going to Europe when I was like in like 21 and being like, there's a lot of like not Italians here. I'm like, I didn't think it would be like this. And I could only imagine what it's like almost 20 years later.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of... Listen, I went to the beach twice this week. We went to Smith's Point July 3rd.
I heard with your brother.
It was awesome. I had a great day.
I saw your brother. He was like...
I'm so happy to see my brother. He seems like he's in such a better... Yeah, he's killing. He's in such a good mood. You know, great.
He's loving the dumpster divers in Hampton Bays.
Yeah, he's making his way through like different skells, Hampton Bays skells. Yeah, I'm going to see him all the time in East Quogue soon. But yeah, so my point is, we went on the 3rd. It was beautiful. Mm-hmm. Amazing, right? Then we went on the 4th. Now, I've never been to the ocean on the 4th of July. Like, I've never done that, like, as a family, like, go there, spend the day at the ocean.
Trying to think.
I've never really done it.
Yeah.
Went to the same beach, sat in the same spot. Let me tell you, we were the minorities on that beach on the 4th of July.
What beach?
Smith's Point.
I mean, that's not surprising.
No, dude, I've literally go to Smith's Point all the time, sit at the same spot right in front of the, like, right there. Couldn't have been more white people there on the 3rd. On the 4th, every country in South America, there was like people from like Sudan playing soccer on the beach. It was crazy.
Sudan is in Africa.
I know. But there was like Nigerians playing soccer. There was like Nicaraguans everywhere flying flags. Like, this is kind of fucking weird. I'm like, I've never noticed it like this. There's a lot of people in America now. There's always been Spanish people in Long Island.
Oh yeah.
So it's not like a thing. But I've been noticing like a lot of women walking around in hijabs lately in Patchogue. And not that I have a problem with that, but I'm like, you never saw that growing up. Like there's a lot. Never. There's like a lot more I'm noticing a lot more Middle Eastern people on Long Island. Like, yeah. And not Indians. I was in the liquor business. There's a lot of Indians on Long Island and Sikhs, right? Not that. Like, yeah, like Muslim. I've been noticing it. I've been noticing a lot of mosques starting to be being built on the island. There's a big one on 495 more towards Nassau County. There's one right by my ex-wife's house in Dix Hills.
No comment.
No comment. Listen, bro.
I'm not touching that.
I don't want to talk. I don't have a problem with it.
I don't either. I don't have a problem with it either.
I literally don't. Like, this is America. People forget. Like, it was like, oh, American. Like, your family came over on a boat, bro. Like, everybody's an immigrant. But
give me you're tired, you're weak, and you're poor. The problem is everybody that's here is tired, weak, and poor.
Tired, weak, and poor.
So,
yeah, I'm noticing a lot of like Muslim people with signs on the sides of the road with like, I have kids, help me, and like panhandlers. I'm like, this is weird.
I saw a figure. Over the last 30 years, housing prices have increased almost 400%, whereas wages have only increased 30%. You literally...
I'm surprised they even increased 30%.
I was talking to my grandmother about this yesterday. It was really funny. Like, literally, 1 month's wage, she used to be able to buy a house and a car. 1 month's wage. Then it was 1 year's wage, a house and a car. Now, 1 year's wage doesn't buy you anything.
Nothing.
You can buy
1
1 year's wage might not buy you a car.
You get you a used car.
Get you a 7-year. Give you a 7-year loan on a car that's got 80,000 miles on it.
When everybody talks about like the housing bubble and student loan bubble and all this stuff, when do people really start talking about like the auto loan bubble and how like the auto loan industry is just record high?
That's not the next one. The credit card one.
Well, credit cards, but it's
35% interest rates on credit cards.
I mean, default rates are just through the fucking roof right now. Like there's over $1 trillion
The
in
bubble
like
should have burst on so many sectors.
How come it hasn't yet?
Because the government is fake.
I know the government's fake.
And we literally have been keeping it propped up with nothing. I just listened to what's his name? Is his name Jim?
Jim Cramer?
No, he just did Joe Rogan's podcast. He's a comedian. Jimmy Dore.
Oh, I was listening to the other day.
So it's really good, really smart.
Yeah.
But he's like, listen, he's like, everyone just blinded, and they don't realize that like it was proven that we don't live in a democracy, that we live in an oligarch. Like, proven.
No one
a
wants
Princeton
to.
study proved it, that's what we're living in. And like everything is about transfer of wealth up, nothing down.
Nothing.
And like all these brainwashed dummies that are like, oh, the government's doing a great job for us. And it's like, no, it's not. No, it isn't.
It's like people who still watch
We have the
mainstream news.
we have the greatest economy in the world. Do our major cities look like Dubai?
No. Well, because our major cities are older than Dubai.
Singapore?
Yeah, but all that, to that argument, though, like all of those countries, they just started, like Dubai is 20 years old. What's the oldest, big, most beautiful building in Dubai right now? 15 years, 20 years old?
Yeah.
Like New York City, still the greatest city in the world. It is. How old's the Empire State Building? How old's the Brooklyn Bridge?
You're not wrong.
No, I get it. But like Singapore,
We don't invest into infrastructure at all.
no, we haven't since like, the Great Depression, after the war. We haven't.
Right.
We haven't.
Right.
That's why like our bridges are falling and failing. It's not that like we're not capable. And yeah, look at
just don't
Singapore
invest in it.
and look at all these other
Gorgeous.
they build shit like shit. They build buildings like shit.
Do they?
Yeah, they do, dude. They do.
Looks nice.
Looks nice.
I hear Istanbul's beautiful.
Yeah, probably. Go live in fucking Istanbul. You want to live
I
in
will
Istanbul?
when I get my hair done.
You got a problem with Muslims? You can go live in
I
Istanbul.
don't have a problem with Muslims. I got lots of Muslim
Actually,
friends.
I got a friend whose wife is Turkish, and they go back to Istanbul like once a year. They own a couple of like rentals there, and he says it's fucking amazing.
I have a friend that's Turkish.
He says it's amazing.
Yeah.
They go and they go.
His wife's sister is Flo from the Progressive commercials.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's super
funny.
nice. They're the nicest people ever.
Yeah, he loves it over there. They go. The rent's like nothing. He goes. Her sister collects all the rent. We go over there, and then they go to the jewelers because in Europe, we're like 14, 18 karat gold. In Europe, everything like standard. There's no 14 karat gold jewelry. Everything is like 19 to like 22 karat purity because that's what they do. They put a lot of their money in jewelry, and they have it. They don't trust banks over there. So that's what they do. They come back, they go and they buy a bunch of like bangles. And his wife comes back with like a few ounces of gold and like bangles, and they come back to America and throw it in the safe. I'm like, that's cool. But yeah, you could live for nothing. That's what he tells me. He goes, dude, one day we're just going to move to Turkey. He goes, you need nothing to live in Turkey. Like nothing. Even my ex-Portuguese, she used to tell me all the time. She's like, yeah, 1,000 euro, 1,500 euro a month. Like, you can live a fucking sick life in Portugal. Sick life.
Damn.
It's just America's fucked up, dude.
Live from
My buddy
from somewhere else.
My buddy moved to Cabo during COVID. He has a house. He comes back and forth. I'm like, what's it like living there? He goes, it's fucking sick, dude. He goes, there's no inflation. He goes, there's no inflation in Cabo. He goes, I go to Cabo's version of Whole Foods, and then when I go back to California, I go to like their version, Cali's Whole Foods. He goes, it's half the fucking price. It's half the price. He goes, there's no inflation over there.
Yeah.
Like even to go to Spain this week, it sucks. It sucks. The exchange rate's garbage, dude. The dollar's in dick. It's like more expensive, I think. I think like $1.15 American gets you €1 now. I think the exchange is something like that. It's not
1 for 1.
It's not
yet,
one
is
for
it?
one. No, it's not one for one. It's
The
and
euro's
it's
worth more than $1?
yeah, I think so.
It's always been worth a little bit more, right? I mean,
I don't know. The last time I went to Europe, which is a long time ago, the exchange rate was favorable to the U.S. dollar. It's not favorable now. I don't think it is.
euro. 1 euro is
So
is $1.08.
$1 is in a little down. So yeah, I gotta spend more dollars to go to Europe. But at least shit's cheaper in Europe. You know, I'm not gonna go buy a $5 coffee in Europe.
Yeah,
It's gonna cost me €1.
True.
You know, like everything else is cheaper there. Well, maybe not in Madrid. Like Madrid's a pretty like big metropolitan city. It's not like
Yeah, well, you think about how everything's
country.
expensive, right? So, like, the jitney. Remember back in the day when you take the jitney?
it was a magical experience. And I remember the luxury liner, and that was like being
Yeah,
in
the
a
ambassador.
Oh,
You have the single seat. They serve you wine.
it was like being in a Rolls
You weren't
Royce.
allowed to talk. You're not allowed to be on your phone.
It was incredible.
I can tell you, I just took the jitney, right?
Oh, that's disgusting
It's
now.
$42 each way. Just the regular jitney.
What did it used to be like? 20? It was always kind
28?
of. It was always kind of a lot of money.
Yeah, but like it's $42. The ambassador was $40-something, and the jitney was 28.
Yeah.
Now it's 42, and the ambassador's like $70.
Yeah.
Okay. The Wi-Fi never works.
Never.
Ever. People were talking. I had these 3 Irish kids shouting next to me, and this Chinese woman on her phone speaking Chinese the entire bus ride. I felt like I was on the Fenghua, the bullet bus.
The dollar bus to DC.
From Boston to Chinatown.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like. I was like, what the fuck am I paying $42 for this experience?
Because you're a fucking peasant.
It used to be like
that's it.
they used
Don't
to-
like it. Sit on the train. That's
They
what
used-
everything is now.
And the train's worse.
The train's way worse.
No seats. I just saw somebody on
And the train's not that much cheaper.
I just saw somebody on TikTok. This girl got kicked off the train because she couldn't stop throwing up.
It's
like,
disgusting.
duh.
It's disgusting.
Duh. You're throwing up. You're not in the bathroom throwing up. You're throwing up in between the 2 cars.
Train's disgusting.
Fuck off.
Everybody's always like, oh, you driving to this? When I go into Manhattan, like, you driving to the city? I'm like, yeah. Why'd you take the train? I'm like, because it's fucking gross.
I just took the train. I don't
And then do it. I'll drive in. I love driving into the city. Love it.
Good news, folks. We have an extra train that's arriving. Your train's not for 15 minutes. Okay, great. Then it pulls up. I'm like, what's the catch to the conductor? He's like, oh, there's no AC. It's 90 degrees outside. Do you think I'm going to sit on a tin can for an hour with no air condition?
But plenty of people were willing
Because
to
they
do
were
it.
jam-packed. There was no...
Gross.
You saw the video from yesterday in the morning, Bridgehampton train station. 300 people waiting to get on the train.
Fucking crazy. But you know what? It's always been like that.
I went to Goldberg's Bagels to get bagels yesterday.
Oh, forget
in
it.
Sag
How long did
Harbor.
that take you?
Dog. I went at 8:32.
Yeah.
Okay, 8:32. Parking spots everywhere. I'm like, oh, this is not bad.
Yeah.
Walk into Goldberg's, there's 2 people in front of me. I'm like,
Really?
by the time I got to the counter,
Packed.
door out, the line out the door, around the block, all the parking spots
Gone.
and it's traffic everywhere. I was like, I just got to get here before 8:40.
Yeah, that's it. Everybody's just like, people not sleeping in a little bit, you know? Damn. But it's always been, Hamptons has always been a shit show. It always has been. Even we lived out there when we were kids. There was never any parking anywhere. There was always too many fucking people. Locals always complained about the city people.
It's worse. It's way
But
worse.
it literally probably number wise it definitely is worse as far as a volume of people. But like how you can't like
Did you see that video?
how do you keep
Did you see
taking
that
that
video
in?
of the guy getting arrested in front of Public House?
No.
Dude, it's the craziest thing. So hundreds of people trying to get into Public House, which it's Public House. Who gives a shit about Public House?
So and it's still there, the old driver's
it's
seat.
at-
Yeah.
it's at the old driver's seat. There's a kid getting arrested. I have no idea why. It was on Cookhampton. There's a kid getting arrested. I have no idea why. Behind him, there's a guy with like a 2004 camcorder
Really?
videotaping it. I'm like, did he just come in a time machine? Like, why? Where? Why?
Probably like some
People
hipster.
still have those cameras?
Yeah, people are probably doing them now, like, because it's like fun,
Oh,
like
they're
art
bringing them
piece.
back like
because it looks
like
cool.
10 years ago when people were using Polaroids again.
I saw someone do it on Instagram.
funny.
They were like filming like at a party with like a camcorder from like
Yeah,
you know the late
Yeah,
'90s,
yeah.
and it looked like the video looked like it looked because it's the quality.
Like all the videos I used to take.
yeah,
back in the
it's
day.
cool.
That's
it's kind
so
of cool.
funny.
Yeah, like how hipsters bought back
Imagine
fucking
if we-
Polaroids. Now they're gonna bring back like VHS
Imagine if we
fucking.
used that camera. I still have that camera. Imagine if we used that to record. episodes. I wonder how shitty it would look.
It would just look like a videotape from the early 2000s. It'd be kind of cool.
Damn, I kind of like that.
Yeah, it's kind of retro, but it's coming back. It actually,
because it has the inputs that you can like plug it into. The shit
you could just convert them to you can convert any VHS still to DVD.
Yeah. What is like the little tapes?
Oh, the little tapes. Yeah, you go on eBay and you could probably remember how it came in like the big VHS. Yeah, there's companies that do.
But it also has like the input plugs, so you can
like
plug it into like a computer and like
it'd probably load up a lot fucking quicker, instantaneously.
I used to record everything back in the day.
Yeah, right. All that good shit. Remember?
During like the Jackass era, yeah, we just like make people do stupid things.
I used to love going around with.
I have so much incriminating stuff on those tapes.
Oh, I don't even want
videotaping parties and stuff.
Please, I love to look at some of those old tapes.
Disappear those. Nobody's running for Congress on those tapes.
Nobody. Not a fucking soul. I used to love going around with when I lived in Charlotte. We used to do it with the disposable cameras. Like I used to love Dave Attell would do it on Late Night with Dave Attell, whatever that show was.
I love Dave Attell. Yeah.
Great, he's so great. Insomniac with Dave Attell, yeah. And I would go around, dude. Some of those photos were so fucking funny. Oh my god, yeah, the good old days when the memories would get lost when you would lose the pictures. Now everything.
Now there's a memory of everything for 1,000 different angles.
I hate it. I've been trying to raw dog things like raw dog life a little bit lately.
I wanted to talk to you about that.
I've been doing it lately.
Okay,
I've been doing it lately.
The stupidity of raw dogging on an airplane is just nuts. Guys like just raw dog flight to Indonesia. 13 hours, no phone, no computer.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. You know,
Diplo just did it to the Hamptons.
Did it?
He's like, just raw dog a flight to Montauk.
Oh, a flight to Montauk? What a 35-minute fucking flight, dude. Please.
But this kid posted one. He's like, just raw dog the date. Didn't talk to her. Just ate. No questions. No talking.
That's sick. I like it though. I did it when we were in Daytona. We were flying back in Orlando, and like everybody's on their phones, like we're waiting for the flight. And I just did 2.5 hours. I just fucking sat there and people watched. I didn't do anything. Devon's like, "Where's your phone?" I was like, "I'm a raw dog." And she goes, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, I'm just shutting it down."
Raw dog when my phone dies all the time. So
I love doing it. I shut it down sometimes.
It's raw dog in life.
Raw dog life, dude. No fucking. Oh wait, what, you think I'm kidding? Wait till we this thing that we're doing gets going, and I take a big step back from doing coins. I'm not paying my fucking cell phone bill the next time. I'm just gonna keep the burner phone, bro. I'm going to a flip phone. I'll keep the phone as a camera.
I gotta figure something out. Listen, you and I need to get on like the Optimum Family Plan or something for $20 a month because my phone bill is $193 a month.
That's why. That's sick. Mine's $140, which I think is fucking disgusting.
Astronomical.
It's disgusting.
Why? Because I use 60 gigabytes of data a month.
It's disgusting.
Well, I'm always on my phone for work.
Well, the other thing we'll pay. We'll do that. We'll get a plan. We'll get a new number.
Yeah, with a cable television, we'll package it together.
We'll
as long as I get to keep my number because I've had it for too long.
I'd like to keep my number. Yeah. But But yeah, dude, it's crazy, and the phone never fucking works. Never works, dude.
AT&T is the worst fucking service of all time. AT&T, you suck my balls.
Fuck you. You guys suck so bad, AT&T. Why?
It never works. Never.
Drop calls ever. Yo, and I can never hear through it. I got my little flip phone. That thing has had 1 bar of service since I got it. There's never even been 2 bars of service. Crystal
always works.
Crystal fucking clear.
And it's the same tower. I wonder why that is.
Crystal clear. No, it's not. It's like track phone, whatever they use. It's from Target. It's not an AT&T tower.
It's some guy in Bellport on top of Holladala holding bunny ears.
Yo, straight up, brother. Keep it going. Keep it high. Like it works. Crystal clear. I could hold the phone to hear, and I can hear word for word what you're saying. It's so loud. I love it. But I'm gonna go to the flip phone, bro. I love it. I remember when I worked for Manhattan Beer, and we would go to the Bronx for like sales meetings every now and then, and you'd see the owner. I won't use his name, but he's a fucking G. The guy's like a GG, and you see him popping around. He'd go out, leaving the building. He always had a gun on him because he's old school like that. And he would get into his car, and I never had a smartphone. I always thought, I'm like, that's so fucking gangster. I'm like, forget about all he's worth and this and that. I'm like, that's the most badass thing about the guy, that he just got a fucking flip phone. He don't need the smartphone. He don't give a fuck.
A lot of those
Take a picture. Oh, Instagram, yeah, post that. Do this post. Let me take the picture.
There's a
post
lot
it.
of those uber wealthy finance guys.
Love it.
That don't use.
Well, probably for data security reasons.
They don't text. They don't talk on the phone. They don't email. They like literally correspond verbally in person
through other people. Or like, I mean, that's smart. I get why if you're like a high net worth individual, why you wouldn't have a cell phone, because that's probably just like a huge liability for you as far as for hacking and this and that. Like, but I just thought it's badass. I'm like, the flip phone, bro. Okay, what do you need a smartphone for?
Yeah, I
mean, it's nice to have one. I would keep mine and just use it on, again, take photos with it, post social media posts, stuff like that. But then it just goes right there. I don't need it off Wi-Fi. It just rings and rings and rings with bullshit. Half the time it's fucking bullshit. Or the text. I hate text messages. I'd rather just someone call me. You know what I mean? I'd rather you just call me.
Yeah. I don't like FaceTime.
I don't like FaceTime. I don't like how when I'm on the fucking couch.
Ronell always FaceTimes me.
I hate people who do that. Women do that all the time. Women love FaceTime. I don't say I hate them because I love women, but they do it all the time.
I love to hate them.
It's like awkward. I got to hold my fucking. I got a fucking torn rotator cuff. I got to hold my shoulder up.
I don't like the way I look on FaceTime. I'm not even looking at you. I'm just looking at myself.
Yeah, I look like shit. I look like shit. Yeah, I'm getting rid of the cell phone. I think with it by 2025, I'm getting rid of.
Rogan said. The guy was like, "Don't you miss the times when you didn't have cell phones? You couldn't get in touch." He's like, "This is the best time we're living in." He's like, "No." He's like, "Sometimes I like it, but no."
I don't miss that. I do miss that actually.
Yeah.
I miss that because like you were able to always get in touch with your friends. Like we didn't have well, that's not true.
I mean, I had a beeper.
Yeah,
and then I had a cell phone.
We had like Nextels and stuff like that, but you were still always like, I probably knew your cell phone number. When we were kids, I probably knew your cell phone. I knew all of my friends' cell phone numbers, right? Mm-hmm. I don't anymore. Like we were even pre-cell phone, we were always able to like get in touch with each other.
Yeah.
I mean, like instant messenger and stuff. We were like that age where we were around when
AOL.
We like hit AIM.
We are old enough where we had no technology, and then we had all the technology.
We've literally seen every version of intercommunicational technology.
We're the last version of the play outside kids, and then we're the first version of the technology kids.
Yeah,
we got the best of both worlds.
I thought it was so cool when I got a fucking iPhone. I remember I was bartending and at the Westin, and somebody had an iPhone. They're like, "Oh, could you plug this in?" And they like handed it to me. I remember like, "Oh,
like what am I plugging this in with?"
I remember him being like, "There's no fucking buttons. How does this work?" I'm like, "It's fucking cool." I was like, I went and bought one when you had to go cash. There was no like, oh, for $12 a month extra you could buy.
Cash,
you had to go to the store and you had to shell out the money cash. It was like $600 at the time, which was a lot of money.
Yeah, now this bullshit. I still have an iPhone 12, right? So I'm like, oh, maybe I'll upgrade my phone.
Oh, you got to pay the.
I still have 15 payments left on this fucking phone. I've had it for 2.5 years.
They fucked me so hard the last time. That's like when I get rid of the phone. I'm still gonna. I'm gonna on the phone. Fuck you, AT&T. Yeah, come get it.
This is just a. You know what grinds?
Come get it.
This is literally. You know what grinds my gears? The entire episode. Our whole episode. Just complaining about fucking the outrageousness of fucking life.
But it's outrageous. Everything's outrageous. Because it's real. It's fucking real. Yeah. Things cost an extraordinary amount of money. They're not made properly anymore. The standard of production is so in the fucking shitter, and people don't care. Like, they actually don't care. Like, what I do for a living, like, it's not going to be a thing in 30 years because nobody's going to have anything of value.
Here's a case in point of scams, right? Or fake business. So, Arizona Iced Tea has had the 99-cent fucking iced tea forever, right?
Yeah.
So they had the CEO, interviewed the CEO, and they're like, oh, are you ever going to, bring the price up on the 99 cents. He's like, we don't foresee doing that. Okay, well, dickhead.
And they did it.
A year and a half ago, they removed the 99 cent off the can. So now the stores sell it for more than 99 cents, even though it's supposed to be 99 cents. It doesn't say 99 cent on the can anymore. All the new ones. Anyone that's still selling ones that say 99 cent on them, they're old.
But their cost didn't change to the retailer?
Who gives a fuck? He's the one that goes on TV and lies to everybody and says, oh, we don't foresee changing that price ever. Okay, it already changed, you fuck.
They are sneaky.
Yeah.
But their wholesale price probably changed too then. If they took it off the can,
Listen, forever.
They
If
took
it
it off the
didn't say
can.
99 cents on the
I know.
can, right? If it didn't say 99
it's
cents
a
on the
counterfeit
can,
Arizona.
right?
The
but,
ginseng.
but it said 99 cents on the can, so the stores couldn't sell it for more, even though they would have every day of the week.
Yeah,
You know
every
what I
day of
mean?
the week. Yeah.
So like, all right, don't tell me, oh, we're never gonna change it. You already did. You already took the 99 cent off the can.
Everything's expensive.
The
dude.
bodegas are selling. Listen, you used to be able to get.
So what does it cost?
I don't know. It depends on where you go. Like Cove Deli in Sag Harbor, that's probably $3.
I had to buy somebody a Dutch the other day. A vanilla Dutch.
Yeah.
I haven't bought one in years.
Me either. What's a Dutch cost these days?
Almost $5, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's like $4 after tax for a Dutch. I was like, what? I was like, what? It was like $3.90, dude. I'm like, you fucking kidding me for a Dutch? That's insane. Crazy. I was like annoyed.
You remember you couldn't
dollar.
get cigarettes.
Dutch was $1.
Remember like being drinking in Sag Harbor and you couldn't get cigarettes, so you go to the American Hotel and buy a $30 pack of cigarettes?
No, I never did that.
Oh no.
No, I never did that.
Dunhills.
Oh, Dunhills is so good.
I wasn't even a smoker.
Dunhills is so. That's a good cigarette. A Dunhill. Yeah, the rich Saudi kids that I went to boarding school with smoked Dunhills. And that and Benson and Hedges. That's another fantastic fucking.
Benson and
Oh,
Hedges.
that's a fantastic cigarette. I wish I still smoked. I'd love to be in Europe this week, just drinking an espresso
Chain
and
smoking.
it's chain smoking European cigarettes. Just Parisian as fuck, pounding Aperol spritz and sucking down fucking European Marlboro Lights.
Double fisting Aperol spritzes and espressos.
With a nice European pack of cigarettes with a picture of fucking rotted lungs on it.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds so nice. So nice. No, I'm gonna get some fucking European Zimbabwe's while I'm down there, though.
Nice.
They got 10 milli fucking zins there with all kinds of flavors.
Yeah.
All kinds of flavors.
Why don't they have 10 mil in the United States?
Because we live in a fucking oligarchy.
You know what grinds my
You know what grinds? No, you know what grinds me gears? Because we literally live in a country,
Yeah.
the most out of shape, fat, fucking disgusting piece of shit
Well, it's
country
all
in
the shit in the
America.
food. I
Their
was talking
food,
to-
everything. They're destroying our pineal gland. Everything. Our food is making us sick. These phones, every fucking thing. And then
oils and shit that they cook
oils,
with.
everything. Fucking every oil that's used to fry things in this country. It's disgusting. All the food. It's giving children ADHD. It's giving people fucking cancer. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
But we have to. We're the standard of what's right and what's wrong in this country. So we're going to tell you, oh no, you can't have that. You can't do this. Oh, you can't have these flavors because it's not good for the children.
Yeah.
It's not good for the. Fuck you, America. Europe, they're chill. You want a 12 milligram fucking Zyn? Go for it, bro. And guess what? You want to eat bread? You have a gluten allergy? Not in fucking Europe. Eat all the bread you want. You have celiac? Not in Europe. You don't.
You know what's actually
What's
funny?
ADHD?
That all these countries are like talking about whether or not they should adopt what Greece just did with the 6-day work week, 48 hours a week. But I was like, should you be taking your labor advice from a country that claimed bankruptcy?
I mean, I wouldn't take any advice from fucking Greece.
Which is also overrun by immigrants.
It's every country in Europe.
Yeah. But like they
But
they were defunct. They had to
Yeah.
get bailed out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like them going to a 6-day work week is probably because they have to.
probably have to.
Yeah, because they're close to being bankrupt again.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
6-day work week. That blows.
48 hours a week is like, nah.
Well-
I do that in 5 days, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so they're just spreading it out over 6 days.
6 8-hour days.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
But they also probably get a month off. Like they get real vacations.
yeah,
and,
they get
like,
real vacations, and it doesn't
paid
cost.
time
and
off, paternity leave,
yeah,
maternity
dude,
leave.
It doesn't cost what it cost to live in fucking Greece. What it costs to live in the United
Bereavement.
States.
Yeah.
Let alone fucking New York. You kidding me? You know? Do you know what kind of life I could live in Europe for what my monthly overhead in Long Island is?
I saw this house. I saw this house that
kidding
like
me?
wasn't terrible in where we're doing the thing, right? And I'm like looking at it. I'm like, it's not horrible.
$700,000.
$650. So I was like, it's a decent sized yard. Could fix it up, make it nice, and probably like make 300 grand off of it, right? Put like 100 grand into it, make 300 off it, probably. But then I'm like, could I afford a 600 in today's environment? Could I afford a $650,000 mortgage? So I did
Not
the
with
math.
interest,
I
no.
did
What
the
is it?
math. I did the math. Even putting $150,000 down, okay, My mortgage
Would be
is
like-
$6,000 a month.
I was going to say like $5,800 a month.
6,000,
not including property taxes.
Well, property taxes are cheap, so they're not
Yeah,
that
but
much,
cheap there is still. You'd be like, what the fuck do you pay if you live somewhere else in the country? It's still probably $9,000. Less.
Property taxes there were like $2,200
Really?
a year.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
really cheap.
that's
Very
amazing.
cheap, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like $6,000.
And that's
a month.
what interest rate like
That's at
top prime rate.
No, that's
in today's,
that's with getting approved for an FHA at 5%.
fuck, dude.
Bro, top rate. You'll be
And you
got
to pay PMI on that because you're only
Oh,
putting
my
so much down. So it's
God.
actually costing you way
No,
more
but if
money.
I put 150, that's what
yeah,
me putting 150 grand down.
Yeah, gotcha.
So I'm putting 150 grand down. So basically, I'm mortgaging $500,000, right? With an FHA, getting a 5% interest rate. With everything, I'm still $6,000 a month.
Not including electric, water, cable. Yeah, call it 7,000, 7,500 a month. 7,500 a month.
It's insane. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to do that?
And now you gotta, because you just bought that house, you gotta redo the kitchen because the kitchen's fucked.
Yeah.
The bathrooms are gross.
100%.
You
I got to
put-
pull another 100 out right away.
You blink your eyes
Well,
and,
that's
you,
the thing.
and you spend
So
100.
I put the 150 down, right? So I'm at 500, but I got to pull that 150 out right away to fix
right
everything.
away. And then that 100 really costs
So then
you.
I'm at 7,800 a month.
And then the 100 costs you 150 because it's
Yeah.
a piece of shit house that was built in the 70s.
100%.
Nothing to
100%.
code, asbestos, lead pipes.
And I'm like, oh, I could buy a trailer in a trailer park in West Hampton Beach for $289,000.
That's dope though.
$4,000 a month for a trailer
fucking
in a trailer park?
You got a nice trailer. It's probably a nice trailer
Not
park.
that nice.
Hey, listen, you joke.
I'm not joking.
My first wife wanted to buy a trailer in the trailer park in Ditch Plains.
Yeah, but
years ago, and her
you know
family
what those are
talked her-
worth now?
Yeah, I know. She could have bought one for like 30 grand. Her family's like, that's stupid.
They just
what are you
sold
gonna
one for
I
$1.2
know.
million.
I know.
A trailer.
I know.
In Montauk.
I know.
Not a double wide.
Was it even like a nice Airstream?
No,
Is it
it's
some
a
shit-
It's
is
like
it shitty,
a box trailer.
Gross.
But
Yeah.
not even a double wide, just like a fucking 2-bedroom fucking trailer. $1 million.
Could walk the Ditch Plains though.
You can, yeah.
It won't be there in like 10 years.
Planes? No, that cobblestone reef, that'll be there.
Oh yeah, that's I forgot they have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be there. That'll be there.
Everything's expensive. I don't know. We talk about it all the time, me and Devin. It's like maybe we'll just keep renting on Long Island. At this point, I'd rather just
Just buy something in Shirley. That's
No,
cheap.
$500,000.
No, it's not. And their taxes are expensive.
I know because it's technically
Shithole school.
and it's shithole school, and I think it's town of Brookhaven still. That's when the taxes get expensive.
My cousin lives at my grandmother's in Mastic Beach, right?
Yeah.
He's coming home the other night. There's 30 black kids fighting in my grandmother's front yard, fist fighting, and kids videotaping it.
Nice.
So he lives there. So he honks the horn. They move one house down and continue. At least they moved.
That's nice.
He was like, I was going to go around the block and see if they left. He's like, I wasn't getting out of my car and getting beat up by 30 12-year-olds.
30 fucking black kids slap boxing in a front yard because they were slap boxing.
But I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
This world is just fucking whacked. It is and it isn't. It's like so
You know
different.
how much my grandmother put down on that house when they bought it?
Fucking $42.
$10.
I was actually going to say 12 as a joke.
In 1950, they put $10 down to secure that house. They built 102 homes in that neighborhood. $10 was their down payment on that house.
It's fucking crazy.
And now it's worth $500,000.
It's crazy. That's so nuts. It's so
insane.
fucking nuts. So nuts. $500,000 for a house. I've been to your grandma's house. It's just a house that a grandmother's lived in since 1950.
Yeah, 3 bedrooms.
The whole $500,000
2
for a house
bathrooms.
that you're gonna go and completely gut.
Yeah.
Like the kitchen's
Yeah, 100%.
it's all getting gutted.
The kitchen's from the 70s.
Yeah, down to the studs. It's
Yeah.
going down to the studs.
Yes.
And for $500,000. Like
Yeah.
that's fucking
On
crazy.
a corner lot
And then see a bunch of kids slap boxing.
in the park across the street.
Park across the street. Yeah, dude. This fucking I don't know. We talk about it all the time. Like we should just rent and go find a place that we actually really like
Somewhere else.
and like buy something there. So we at least we have something that we can get away to.
Yeah.
And then eventually when I can leave Long Island, we already have a place. We're already settled in. It's there. We know what we like. We're there. But I don't
Maybe when your mom's house, the podcast studio, Tom Segura's,
Yeah.
because he hosts other podcasts now.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, maybe when they see us, we move to Austin.
I don't know if I'd move to Austin. I don't
We
know.
have too many things here right now.
I wouldn't move I honestly wouldn't
I would
probably
move to Austin. I loved Austin.
I would just like to make so much money that I can afford to live on Long Island, still complain about it, but just afford to do it and complain. I don't really want to. I've lived outside of New York. I love New York. I love Long Island.
But I was like looking, and I was like, if I like entertain the idea of living east of the canal, right? It's like, what is the sweet spot of like something that I could actually stand to live in? Do you know what that number is?
700.
$3.5 million.
$3.5 million.
To live in something you actually want to live in.
I mean, just for a house for me that I can fit all the kids and everything and be able to like have closets in a garage. It's 800,000, and that's
but that's not east of the canal.
No.
That's what I'm saying. East of the canal.
Yo, east of the canal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
It's $3.5 million.
Yeah. Well,
$1 million gets you a teardown.
It's fucking crazy.
$1.5 million gets you a 2-bedroom cottage. $2 million gets you something that needs a lot of work.
It's crazy.
Like $3.5 million is that sweet spot where you get like the house that you want with everything you want.
You don't have to like fuck around and do a bunch of shit.
You get like a decent house with a really nice kitchen, like a big kitchen, probably a pool. Yeah. $3.5 million. And that's obviously not
which is
south
probably
of the highway.
It's
that's
probably
north of the highway.
Ultimately cheaper to just get that house from the rip than do everything over time. It costs a fortune.
Yeah, because you're not guaranteed to actually build that equity in that house anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You can put that money into the house. Doesn't mean it's going to be worth it.
Doesn't mean it's going to be worth that.
Yeah.
And what's a mortgage on it? What's that be like over 20 grand a month, $3.5 million house?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how much you put down. You're not putting down 300 grand. You're going to put down probably $1 million on that $3.5 million house.
Yeah, still though.
Some of those guys are buying just for cash.
Like a jumbo mortgage.
Just buying cash and then mortgaging half of it a couple years later.
It's still a lot of fucking money though.
Fuck yeah.
It's crazy. I don't even know where I'd want to live outside of New York. We are fucked. We are fucked, dude. It's so sick. It's really so sick. And then even if you're like, oh, okay, we got to buy an $800,000 house. Well, you don't really ever own that house, right? Like you never really pay it off. Very rarely do people fully pay off their mortgage, their 30-year mortgage down to a zero balance, right? It almost never happens. You wind up selling it or you refi or whatever. Like after your interest over the court, like what do you pay? $800,000 house at 5%. What do you wind up paying for that over 15 or 30 years? It's fucking
30 years. You pay for it twice, so at least.
That's what I'm saying. And like, and it's probably not going to be double that. Like, do you see like how like
2.5 times I think you pay for it over the course of 30 years?
It's fucking crazy. That's so you never really like make money on your house unless you're one of these boomers who bought a house for $80,000 30 years ago, but like
100 grand, and now it's worth $2 million.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see that type of increase like buying at $800,000 because like an $800,000 that would mean an $800,000 house today.
Yeah,
not doing anything to it in 30 years by that math would probably is worth what? $5 million.
It won't be though.
But it won't be.
No, it doesn't increase that way.
It won't increase that way. So like these huge increases.
Really, the value is on those houses that they bought for 200 grand, right? The value is the land.
It's the land.
So I tell my mom this all the time because she's always like making improvements, redoing this, redoing that. I'm like, why even waste your money? She goes, oh, it increases the value of how much you can sell it for. I'm like, no, not that much.
Not by anything.
Like over the course of however long, let's say you have $500,000 into your house, then you sell it for $1.2 million because that's what it's worth. They're gonna tear your house down.
Whoever buys your mom's house,
tearing it down.
As soon as those papers are good, a bulldozer's coming over
100%.
and tearing it down.
It's on 0.8 of an acre. That's what they care about.
Everything your mom did, the driveway, it's all getting ripped up.
Yeah,
it's all gone.
No one cares.
It's all gone. No one cares. No one cares.
No one cares.
No one cares. I don't get why people do that. I was at some guy's house a couple months ago looking at a collection. He's an older guy. He's like, some fucking boomer who bought the house for Dick, and now he's going to go get $1 zillion for this piece of shit fucking house in Long Island. And I'm like, why don't you just put it on the market? He's like, no, I want to redo the kitchen. I'd be like, why? Like, why? Like, why would you do that? Someone's going to redo it anyway. And like, you don't know like that they like, I want to be like, you're fucking 70 years old. You probably have shitty taste. And whatever you do, someone's going to hate anyway.
Listen, my
mom,
you're
still going to make $800,000 in this house you paid $50 grand for.
My mother has Long Island Italian mother taste. That's what her taste is.
Yeah.
No one wants to see it.
No one wants that.
What I mean?
No one wants that, especially in the Hamptons. Like,
she's got every
the vinyl
room.
siding. They want cedar.
Yeah.
Like it's just what it is.
Every room is a different color. You know what I mean?
It's all-
She's got like the fruit border in the kitchen. Like it's Italian mother. That's the Long Island Italian mother.
Long Island Italian
You know
mom
what I mean?
house. Yeah.
And she's like, what color should I paint this room? I go, I got an idea for you. You should paint the whole house white.
It's white.
That's what people want to see.
That's what people wanna
And she's
see.
like, oh, maybe we'll rent the house out for the summer eventually, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you can't rent it out like it is now.
No.
It's literally just filled with things.
Yeah, no. Like,
Nobody wants to see. They want clean white. Everything clean white.
They want clean white. They're going to knock that wall down. Whoever buys a house is going to tear the house down.
Yeah, 100%.
It's going to tear the house down.
100%.
Or build onto it. But that's just what it is.
She's like, you think I could get like 65, 70,000 for the summer? I go,
No.
No. I'm like, maybe you get 35. Maybe.
That's even a lot of money. Well, I guess
Like,
not
you know,
really. It's
I'm
still
like, you're
fucking
not far
summer.
from town. You're not far
good
from
location.
Wolfer.
It's a good
You're not far
location.
from Wolfer, but you don't have a pool.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
a big
if
thing.
you had a pool, 70 grand probably.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're in like a very central location.
Yeah, it is a good
3
location.
miles to the ocean, 1.5 miles to the bay.
It's a good location.
Yeah.
Drunk walk into town.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good location.
Yeah.
It is.
That's saving grace.
Fuck, she waiting for? Just sell the house. Sell the house
Well,
now.
she's got a couple years left till she can retire. Then she is going to sell the house. They're going to buy a big RV for 100 grand and buy something down south somewhere on some lake.
I'd love to have an RV. I'd love to have an
But
RV.
as I was joking, and I was like, "Oh, do you think you think I get away with putting a camper behind our new thing and just hook it up?"
one of those, get one of those towing, those like little individual pop up ones. You just crank it and the roof pops up. You could just do that. That's what my brother said. I was like, "Yeah, you can do a couple things." He's like, "Oh, has it got like a little room for a cot?" I'm like, "Nah, it's got a pool table." He's like, "It's sleep on a pool table."
That's why I was joking with your brother about that, and I was like, "Yeah, you remember the guy that bartended Blue Collar Bar on the nights that the girls didn't bartend? He was like he had a cot in the back.
It's awesome.
Like you go in there too early, he'd be on the cot. He'd be like, "Oh, let me clean up for you," and you're like,
Let me put my things away.
"Yeah." You're like, "All right, guy."
We could just convert one of the broken walk-in refrigerator into a studio apartment.
Charge $2,000 a month for it.
Airbnb it. Be like the full restaurant at Hampton's bar experience. You ever wanted to wake up in a fucking
Have you ever, yeah, you ever
In a walk-in
cooler that you might not be able to get out of?
with no AC? Yeah. Do you want to pick up cigarette butts in a yard?
Yeah. You want to check IDs for free room and board? Do you want to serve drinks at Hamptonites?
We could sell it on Airbnb experiences. There's a
Put it on Swimply. It's not a pool. It's not a
Swimply.
pool, but
Did you see that ad for Swimply I said to you? I was like, that's amazing.
it's just in some guy drinking Chardonnay in somebody's backyard while it's pouring raining.
Yeah, but like that's
He made the best of it.
that's what people probably do. It's like gay guys that live in the city. They don't have money to go to the Hamptons. Like, oh, let's go to the Hudson Valley and rent the pool for the day. That's what they do. And they go drink fucking rosé in someone's backyard in Beacon.
Yeah, but like the people were there.
That's so
Because in that ad, he was like, "Oh, they tried to like make it,
They
so
tried-
nice for me."
they tried to
because
fuck
it was
us.
raining, and it was like, "Bitch, you didn't check the weather before you booked the pool for 3 hours."
so weird. I think it's some kind of weird sex
They
app.
like had like charcuterie and like what Zinfandel. Like what? Like here's a box of wine. Don't come back till you're drunk.
They just edge themselves too. It's like I think it's a weird sex app. I'm convinced they're doing something nefarious.
The revenue
to that.
numbers are too high for it to just be a sex app. They're making way too much money.
People out there just renting pools. It's cheaper than a vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, cost of things. Go to the Hamptons. You could literally go anywhere in the fucking world with your family for less money than going to the Hamptons for a week
Oh my God. Yeah.
or even a weekend.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? What's the average
Yeah,
cost?
Paul's like, "How come you never invite me out?" I was like, Where?
Where, Paul? Sleep on my mom's
He's like,
couch.
"Let's rent a place." I'm like, "What do you mean let's rent a place?"
Like, do you know
like
what
we
it
put
costs to rent a
25
place?
people in a 3-bedroom house and it'll still cost us all $2,000 a month. What are you talking about?
There's a lot of rentals though out in the Hamptons right now. Yeah.
No.
No. The summer's good.
There's not a lot of inventory. There, you should have seen traffic. You should have
it's
seen
crazy.
how insane traffic was. The other night on my way back, it's 9:30 at night. There's traffic going west and east past Hampton Bays on Sunrise.
My buddy Jeremy, the chef, he posts these, the out in Montauk. He posted some. It took him almost 2 hours to get back from Montauk to Springs at night after they closed the restaurant down at like 9:30 at night.
Insane.
It's crazy. I have no interest in really going out there. It's too much. Like why? What would I go out there for? It's like
my boy just did. He has a private party company. He just did Andrew Schultz's birthday.
yeah.
Tim Dillon was there.
That's sick.
He had some crazy pictures. Yeah.
What was that sound? Did you hear that?
Rubbing my things on my things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He said he was cool. But he has his own. He has his own tequila brand.
Everybody's got
Low
tequila brand.
Sundays.
Yeah. Who?
Yeah.
Schultz.
Schultz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing to get a tequila brand going. It's easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. He had it on
Steal
Rogan.
money.
And Rogan was like, "Oh, this is pretty good." And he was like, "Yep."
Yeah, they just go and someone says, "You want to do a tequila brand?" And they give them some money and you just get some fucking tequila. They pick out a bottle. It's simple. They go to like a big distributor. It's easy for them.
Mm-hmm.
But who the fuck is drinking? Probably no one's drinking that. I think that one, that vodka, what is that Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura do? I think people.
Porosos.
I think that one's doing pretty decent.
I mean, they got a huge name behind them, and it's vodka. Like, it's really hard to make a bad vodka.
Vodka's
like
easy.
that Sagaponica shit is dog shit.
Gross. Yeah.
It tastes like tequila. It's got like
It's gross,
it
'cause they-
has a bite.
They make it with like fucking radishes or some shit. Is it a potato vodka?
Yeah.
Yeah, potato vodka's gross, dude.
Yeah.
It's gross. It's not good.
You know what the best vodka was?
One, Crystal Head.
Ciroc.
Oh, Ciroc, yeah. Ciroc was good. Remember all that free Ciroc we had?
Oh my God, Ciroc was so good, and
Ciroc
then
was
everybody,
good.
then it just took a turn.
It was good until Diddy. I remember my dad built the house for the guy.
That coconut Ciroc with an ice cube.
I never had that. I remember my dad built that house for the guy who owned Empire, the big distributor here, and he would just give my dad cases every time he'd come out. And he'd be like, "Oh, hey, Ted, this is a new vodka we got." And it was Ciroc. Like
From grapes.
He literally, like, my dad might have been one of the first people to have Ciroc out east. Like, he just gave him cases. My dad was a big martini guy. And yeah, we drank a lot of Ciroc.
It was
We
good.
used to pull those bottles out. Yeah, take them.
Fill them back up with water.
Ciroc was good. I liked Crystal Head. That was my
Crystal
shit.
Head was good.
Crystal Head was good. That was really good.
I don't really drink vodka anymore.
No, I rarely drink vodka anymore. Rarely. You know what I had the other day? Yesterday, we had a margarita, but I was at my aunt's house and they had like some not John Daly, Arnold Palmer, like a lemon, like a half and half mix margarita with the fucking lemonade iced tea mix in it. It was delicious. We'll call it the Jose Daly. Put it on the cocktail menu. It's essentially a margarita. It's like a John Daly, but with tequila instead of vodka. It was fucking delicious. It was really good. So good.
Interesting.
Yeah, the Jose Daly. That's what we'll call it.
Nice.
Sold. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I could complain, but who would listen?
This whole episode is just complaining.
I got to get it off the chest sometimes.
Well, I got more, but
Shit's-
it's not appropriate for this podcast.
Shit's bullshit.
I got more things to complain about.
You can talk about all your things. Complain about everything. Just let it out. Let it out. It's fine.
Where are we at time-wise?
Where are we? 53 minutes.
All right. Let's cue.
All right.
Cue the calypso. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
Do us a favor.
Grinds your gears when you don't follow.
Yeah. We will complain about you. Talk next time.
Bye.